It's another Ghost Host upload, and I wasn't really planning on making another Illuminati video, but some new developments have recently come up in this whole situation. So I guess here we go again. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit that bell to stay notified whenever I drop a new one. Okay, so check out my first Illuminati video if you haven't already. Link is going to be in the description. Basically in that video, I go over the whole situation up until like this point where we're at today. And yeah, just if you want to check that out, get caught up on the situation if you don't know what's going on, then go ahead and do that. But if you clicked on this video, you probably know what's going on. So before I get into this whole thing, right, with Illuminati, I'm going to like borrow an analogy from the YouTuber Optimus. He used it in one of his videos talking about Jaden, and he just described Jaden as like a drinking fountain of content that all these commentary YouTubers can just like come and get a sip from the drinking fountain of content that is Jaden. Yeah, if you kind of understood that metaphor, that kind of applies to Blair, otherwise known as Illuminaughtii right now. Like, it's just free content for every commentary channel out there on the platform. She's just continuing to expose herself. Channels like Sensitive Society have been getting free topics and videos because Blair keeps making the situation worse for herself, and those like YouTubers are getting like hundreds of thousands of views, thousands of new subscribers, and it's all thanks to Illuminaughtii. So yeah, that's kind of what we mean by the drinking fountain of like all the commentary content creators out there on YouTube. And like I said before, I wasn't really planning on making another video on this topic, right? But people enjoyed my first one so much for one of my commentary videos that got a lot of views, and Blair has given me reason to make another video on her. So I mean, this is really all like up to her, dude. She can either decide to like calm down, chill out, and stop making a fool out of herself, or continue to give people reasons to hate her. So the first new major development I need to talk about with Illuminaughtii is she lost one of her biggest sponsors, HelloFresh. Basically how that happened is people went after her sponsors, tweeting to HelloFresh about how they were working with like Blair, some of the things that she had been exposed for and like was like doing behind the scenes, and how being associated with her could hurt their brand image. And the company actually like responded to some of these people, saying that they would look into it, and eventually they came to the conclusion that they needed to part ways with the Illuminaughtii channel. And like, wow, I mean, I guess they did their own research on the topic and decided that there was enough evidence for the accusations against Blair, and didn't really want to be associated with her and get some like potential bad publicity for working with her. So as far as I know, this is kind of like really unprecedented. I've never really seen critics of a YouTube channel go to like a major corporation such as HelloFresh and get them to actually listen to their concerns and make the sponsor like drop the content creator. I mean, I don't really condone targeting someone's financial ability to support themselves, but then again, it's not like Blair really needs this sponsor to like pay the bills, right? I mean, it's still definitely not cool to go after someone's major source of income, but like also then again, on the other hand, I definitely don't condone the awful stuff that Blair has been doing behind the scenes all these years, and she's really like brought all of this like hardship and like criticism on herself. It's kind of like in Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin said, "You turned her against me," and Obi-Wan said, "You have done that yourself." That's exactly what we're saying to Blair here, okay? She has done this herself. She turned everyone against herself with the way she has been acting recently. So I mean, sort of like I was in my last video, I'm gonna try to be a neutral party in all of this. I'm not really for Illuminaughtii, right? Not one of the people who is watching her content on a daily basis, or is like watching her a lot before all of this stuff started going down. And then again, I'm not one of these people who's been like hating her for years, right? So I'm pretty much just like an innocent bystander, neutral party here, right? And what I came to the conclusion of, like in my neutral status, just like looking at all the facts, researching everything out there, Blair's making a fool out of herself, dude, and she's like really, all honesty, being her own worst enemy. Okay, so now that I talked about that whole thing with like the losing the sponsor, that kind of leads into this next major development with the situation. Recently, the editor who Blair fired at 3 a.m. and mentally abused during his time under her, yeah, he tweeted about how he had just been handed a cease and assist letter from the Illuminaughtii channel. Basically, Blair filed a legal complaint against Wonder for something along the lines of like defamation or like spreading harmful information or lies against Illuminaughtii, trying to like silence him from speaking more about his time working for Blair, and basically to like stop him from slandering her public image. So a lot of people, including myself, think that this is just like a wee bit of an overreaction, don't you think? Like going through the legal system to try to silence some like little known editor who's talking bad about you and your channel. I mean, come on, dude. Like I think that's just taking things a little too far, right? Like you got maybe a little too offended with something going through the legal system, right? You're taking someone to court because they're talking bad about like your YouTube channel, bro. I mean, I don't know, dude. That's just kind of goofy to me. And like another thing, right? Like another key thing to point out here is the fact that Blair only started this whole legal approach when her income started to be affected, right? When people started going after her sponsors. So, I mean, that's something that like people like to point out. For me, that kind of like just makes sense. I mean, when people are going after your financial ability to support yourself, like someone should logically be more affected by that. Like, I don't know if that's really a point of criticism. It just seems more like a reasonable thing to do. Because, yeah, obviously someone's going to respond more if their ability to make money is affected. That's just logical. But something else to look at that is kind of bad for Blair is the fact that she is legally going after someone who she knows doesn't have the financial capability to battle her in court. She's like bullying Wonder, basically. It's kind of like a 12th grader picking on a 3rd grader. It's not a fair fight. She won't legally go after these bigger content creators who can afford lawyers and legal fees, right? She's targeting someone who she knows can't afford all those things. And that's kind of scummy, in my opinion, okay? I don't know if Wonder's financial status was the exact reason Blair targeted him. Maybe she just felt like what he was saying was the most damaging to her image. But then again, I wouldn't really put it past her, right, targeting Wonder just because of his poor financial status. And right now, guys, like pretty much anything Iilluminaughtii does is going to get criticized by the internet. She should have known that she was going to catch a lot of flack for this and rile everyone up even more against her. It's kind of ironic, though, that she's trying to silence her former editor to save her image in a way that tarnishes her image even more, right? Like, she's trying to save her image by keeping this guy from speaking out against her, right? But in silencing him, in like the way and method she chose to do that, she's actually like making her image worse and like tarnishing it even more. It's just kind of ironic, in my opinion. Everyone is already against her at this point, so like anything she does now is pretty much a lose-lose. Like, she can't really do anything right, in my opinion. People are just going to criticize her for pretty much anything she does. And I should also say at this point, before we close the video out, that Wonder has started a GoFundMe for his legal fees so that he can battle Blair in court. He plans to like take the suit to court and actually go through with it, pay for like lawyers and everything. So, I mean, thousands of people have been donating and people are really rallying around him. So that's maybe like the only positive in this whole situation right here. Hopefully I don't have to make another Iilluminaughtii video, but if she continues to expose herself and make things worse, which I feel like she will, then like Thanos, my next Iilluminaughtii video is kind of inevitable. If you like this video, then chances are you would thoroughly enjoy my other content, and I highly recommend subscribing and turning on notifications to stay informed on whenever I drop a new video. If you want to help me fulfill my dream of becoming a full-time content creator, then please spread this video around and put your friends on the quality content we got going on here at the channel, trying to reach 10,000 subs by the end of the year. Regardless though, I appreciate you all. Don't forget to let me know what you thought in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a great day.